Hi, Brookhaven Free Library. Miss Kim here. Thanks for joining me today on this series of Kids Can Cook. To get started, let's read The Story of the Leprechaun by Catherine Tagan, and then we are going to go ahead and follow all the steps to create a delicious Shamrock milkshake. Let's get reading. A little man about 2 feet tall lived under a large tree by a stream. You can easily find him by listening for a tap, tap, tap of his hammer. The little man was a shoemaker. He spent his days making shoes that were green, gold, and lavender, some with pointy toes and some with high heels for the people who lived nearby and for the fairies who lived in the woods. The people knew he was a leprechaun, for there were many fairies like him who lived outside villages. The people paid the leprechaun with pieces of gold for the shoes that he cobbled. The fairies' shoes were made of satin and they were tiny. The fairies brought their gold to the leprechaun too. The leprechaun needed a place to keep his gold. He was a bit of a mister, so he didn't like to spend his money. An old metal pot became the perfect place for all of his wealth. His shoes were so prized that soon his pot of gold was overflowing. One day, a man named Tim came to the leprechaun's shop by the tree. He wanted a pair of shoes that were violet blue with thick heels. As he was describing the shoes to the leprechaun, Tim spied the pot of gold. Tim knew that if he could capture the leprechaun, he would be granted 3 wishes because leprechauns are magic. "I'll come back in a few days to collect my shoes," said Tim. Uh-oh, he sounds like he's up to no good. The leprechaun was no fool. He knew what that man was really after. He buried his pot of gold in a field filled with berry bushes. A few days later, Tim came back and the leprechaun gave him the violet blue shoes. But when the leprechaun turned to hide his payment, he was snatched from behind. The leprechaun could not escape. Now Tim could get what he wanted. "For my first wish, I want you to show me where the pot of gold is hidden. For my second wish, I want 100 pairs of shoes. And for my third wish, I want 3 more wishes." The leprechaun said, "I can grant you the first 2 wishes, but the third wish is a greedy trick and cannot be granted." The leprechaun brought Tim to the field and pointed to the spot where the gold was buried. Tim had no shovel to dig with, so he marked the spot with a stick and a shoe. He would come back later. When Tim returned, he could not believe his eyes. There were 200 sticks with 200 shoes all over the field. It was leprechaun magic. Tim dug many holes in the field, but he couldn't find the spot where the pot of gold was buried. After a few hours, he gave up. When he tried to collect the shoes, each one disappeared. The leprechaun had tricked him. The leprechaun needed to find a better place to hide his gold. He knew the rainbows were magic. You could never tell where one ended, and if he buried his gold at the end of one, only he would know how to find it again. So that is what he did. People still try to find his gold, but they never will. Listen for the sound of the leprechaun tap, tap, tap as he cobbles his shoes. Perhaps if you find him, and if you are very nice to him, he will grant you a wish. and I'm bringing you this session of Kids Can Cook right here from our very own Brookhaven-free library kitchen. Today we're going to be making a Shamrock shake. You will need a blender, vanilla ice cream, a scooper, whipped cream, milk of your choice, a cup, a straw, some festive sprinkles, and a spoon. Let's get started. Your first step is you're going to put some vanilla ice cream. I put about 3 scoops into your blender. You could put more or less depending upon how many shakes you are making. Then you're going to take your milk of your choice and you're going to halfway, you can always add more milk, cover the ice cream. You're going to take your green food coloring and add it to the vanilla ice cream. Put the top in the blender and let's get ahead and mix it up. If you want to make it a little bit darker, you can always add a little bit more drops. Go ahead and give that one more mix. Cream and milk all mixed up. And your green food coloring, you can go ahead and pour it in your cup. Your choice. Looks pretty festive to me. Add my favorite part, some whipped cream. Some festive sprinkles. And your straw. And there you have it, your Shamrock shake. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.